Hi guys, I've lived in Lake Placid the majority of my life, and in this time I've grown up around citrus trees. There have been many crops that grow near my school, the baseball fields I used to play in, as well as my home. Now despite this, I never realized how much work goes into maintaining these crops, nor all the blights and diseases that farmers have to overcome. Due to these blights and diseases, the citrus industry is in decline. If you guys have noticed, 27 used to be littered with orange trees, but now, because of the profitability issues, farmers either had to switch to an alternative crop or get out of the citrus industry altogether. I think it's important that we all learn about these different diseases and all the different ways to combat them. There are three major diseases. The first one is canker. According to treehelp.com, canker is an infectious bacteria of the citrus tree that causes yellow-like halos as well as scabs on the fruit. Now, severe infections, you'll actually be able to spot those from the road when you're driving by. Those are the trees that have virtually no leaves, and then all the fruit on them is actually shriveled up and brown or even black. And eventually what happens is a tree drops this fruit and dies. PFD is another disease. What that stands for is post-fruit drop. What happens is the tree, you guys probably remember a couple months ago where the tree was blooming and it looked like popcorn was just decorating the whole tree. And PFD is another bacteria that grows in that bloom and causes a tree to lose the fruit inside of that bloom. It's teeny tiny size. And most trees will drop fruit initially because they can't provide enough nutrients for them. The only difference is with PFD, the little cradle that actually holds the fruit stays on the tree and maintains that bacteria and holds that bacteria, and meantime drops the fruit, rather than the natural way, which would the cradle and the fruit would drop on the ground. Lastly is greening. Greening is the major one that everybody's heard about. It's been on TV, radio, and so forth. If you look at the screen here, you can actually see the differences between a healthy tree and an infected tree. You can see how the veins all start to turn yellow on an infected tree. Now what greening is actually another bacteria which attacks the vascular system of the tree. Now a tree is just like us. It's going to have veins that basically all the energy and all the nutrients travel through. And what greening does is it impedes this flow, so the tree can actually get nutrients to the fruit where it needs to, as well as the leaves on the rest of the tree, and keep growing. Now there's three different strains. There is the Asian, African, and Brazilian. We here are affected by the Asian strain, which is why it's called yellow dragon disease, or HLV, which stands for Huang Long Bing, who was the one that discovered the disease. Now, if diseases aren't enough, we also have pests that we have to deal with. These are various different insects. Aphids are one of these. If you look at the screen, this cute little guy can attack a little tree, and what they do is they go for fresh leaves. Those are the leaves that just bloom, that are the really bright green, not that dark green, but the really bright green. And when they attack it, they basically suck out the sap from these leaves, and it causes them to twist and get all shriveled up. Now in low populations, these guys aren't going to hurt anything, but whenever we get around this season where all the trees begin to basically flush out and have all that fresh leaves, these guys will multiply like crazy and can just devastate a crop. Now there are all other insects, and these include the citrus whitefly. These are teeny tiny little winged guys, and they're super white. They'll actually live on the bottom of the leaf, and you just flip it over and you can actually see on an infected tree, you'll see multiple little white flies. Basically they look like little white bugs or worms. Now we have several ways we can combat these. Insecticides are the big one for the insects. Basically, just spray them. Now, all we have to do is we have to alternate these different types of insecticides so that we kill them all, because one insecticide is not going to get every single bug. There are different insecticides for different bugs. As far as diseases go, we have copper, which will help for canker. On the PFD, post fruit drop, that one also uses copper to kill the bacteria on there. It's just all about timing. As far as greening goes, we have bactericides or antibiotics which help slow it down, but there's no actual cure for it. Anyways, I hope you guys got a little bit informed and we can save the citrus industry. Thank you.